Hello and welcome to Back at the Ranch, Expedition Online's after show. I'm Jessica Martin from season 1. I'm filling in for the fabulous Danny Knapp this week, and with me tonight we have Jon Snow. Welcome to the ranch.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm sorry to see you're sitting here. You were definitely one of the most fun characters to watch on the show. You
Thank you.
brought us so much entertainment. Let's start from the beginning and your journey on here. So I think Chantel from season 2 referred you to play, correct?
Yeah, because we played in some other games before, right? So I was like, I seen her play in season 2, and I was like, you know what? I want to play that game. There's real survivors in it. There's real survivor players in it. So I was like super psyched to see Boston Rob on the first season. He's one of my favorite players. So I'll be honest, I was a little disappointed when I got the email from you guys when I found out this wasn't an actual season. I was still excited to play, but I was a little disappointed that there wasn't survivor players. But I was like, you know what? I'm still going to do it because this might get my foot in the door to maybe playing a full season one day, right? So, but hey, it was still fun.
Yeah, so this week one, which is it's pretty cool. It's the first week-long game we've ever done, so it's kind of a test
Wow,
project
so
we're
I
doing.
was like the founder of being one of the
Yeah,
originals. Okay, that's even better, actually. You know what? Scratch that.
so you can say you were an OG. And
Exactly.
also, if you had made it a little bit longer, you would have gotten to hang out with Janet at the end of the week.
Well, I'm blaming Danielle. That's Danielle's fault straight off the bat. She's the one that, you know what? Hey, but you know what though? It was my fault for thinking I could trust her. That was my fault.
Okay, so this brings me one of my first questions. So obviously there's this bad blood between you and Danielle, and none of us realized that you guys knew each other until it got brought up, I think on day 0. So what were your thoughts when you saw her on your screen?
Well, I knew she was in the game because we played in a game and we were all in a group chat from that. So I knew that. So she said that she was playing. I knew she was playing, right? But I didn't tell her I was playing. I didn't tell her that I was potentially playing. So she had no clue that I was even coming in this house. But I knew in the back of my head, and I was kind of like, do I even want to play with Danielle? Do I really want to play this game with her? Because she did me dirty and Chantel and everybody dirty the last game. But I was like, you know what? Let me just go in and try not to take the last game with me. And I'm just gonna and I even said to her, let's have a truce because I didn't want to go in with enemies. I didn't want that. But she proved that she's a snake once again, and she snaked me first chance she got. So you know what? If you're a snake, you're a snake. She's on my list. I made a list of people that if I ever see in Org again, I'm coming after you first day. She's on that list. There's only 2 people on that list, and she's on it.
Oh, that's
Right?
there's a
Because
list you don't want to be on.
here's the thing, right? When I moved to the other tribe, I didn't tell anybody I knew Danielle. I didn't tell anybody right away, right? But I think as soon as I left, she told everybody everything and was like, "Oh, well, this and that, and they were bitter jurors, and this and that, blah blah blah." They did me. Listen, I was still loyal. While she was betraying me, I was still loyal. Which I don't even know why I was. I should have went over there and said, "Yeah, she's a snake. Let's get her." I should have went over there like, "Yo, I'm with you guys. Let's get her." But I didn't because I'm a loyal player, and it screwed me this time. It really did.
So once you guys like got put on the parties and you guys were on the same team, I wondered how you guys would work together. And it seemed like you were making amends and you were going to be nice and cordial and try to work with her.
I tried to save her the first day, man, because Robin came to me and said, we're voting Danielle out. So I was like, you know what? I have to tell Robin I know her. It might kind of help keep her. I put my game in jeopardy to keep her safe. And that's, you know
Yeah.
what? So that's just my bad. And that's just a lesson you learn how to do. Like, I mean, it's just a lesson learned, really. Like, I don't know, right?
So
I'm
what
gonna
did you
I'm dreaming about this moment for weeks now.
So what did you think about the rest of the people on your party on Kibo?
I like them a lot, but I feel like once she poisoned once she poisoned my name, because who knows what she said to them, man. Like she could have been like this and that. Like she obviously Robin was against me because when he came over, he spilled the beans to Carl, and I could feel it in my bones that something was going on, man. So that's what I told Lainey about that I knew, right? Because I wanted to try to gain some trust, right? But it was a little too late. I should have told them all. I didn't know Robin was because I thought me and Robin could work together. I thought we were good. Like I didn't go over there thinking fuck those guys. I went over. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I went over there thinking let me just get to the merge and I can go join them again, kind of thing. But really, they were plotting on me as soon as I left.
Yeah.
Right.
What did you think of that guy Solo who just didn't come to your team anymore?
You know, it's weird because I actually had a conversation with Solo on the first night. Me and him were in a room together, and he seemed pretty cool. Like, but also, we're in the land of COVID, in the time of COVID. We don't know what's going on in his personal life, so it's hard to say really. Like, he could have had some, emergency stuff happen that he couldn't play, or we don't know, right? I think he was a really cool guy. I would have been nice to play with him. He seemed cool. He was like a bodyguard for like bands and stuff. But who knows? I wish him well. Hopefully, nothing bad happened. Hopefully, he's safe and his family's safe. But like I said, it's the time of who knows? Like things can happen where people got to drop out, right? So
Yeah, he was a really interesting guy. His backstory was super interesting. And it seemed like everyone wanted him in their alliance and said he was in their alliance and he had no idea. But yeah, so you guys avoided that vote because he wasn't there, which was nice. And then avoided another vote when the two girls from the other tribe quit, or the other party
yeah,
quit.
that's a hit. See, every game I play, there's always one or two quitters, and it always kind of ruins the game. It always like, because we want to play with people who want to play. Like we invest our time, we commit to it, so we don't want quitters, right? Like that's just what it is.
Yeah, like when you sign up for this, like you have to put your all into it, and at some point or another everyone's going to be a target, so you can't take it personally if your name
No,
gets written down.
no, it all not. And honestly, I'm so out there with my tattoos and stuff. Like I'm always a big target going into any. So even if I get to like eighth place or 10, I feel good because I didn't go home first.
Yeah, it's a win still. So
Yeah.
Kibo loses, and it's between you and JJ.
Yeah. Me and JJ. Well, no, I
So
don't know. I don't know. I think it was up in the air, but apparently my name was going around. Danielle's was. Um, but I think what saved that was me telling Robin that I knew Danielle because he kind of was thinking maybe if I got two other votes, I can work with them to go farther. This was before Danielle told anyone that we had bad
yeah,
blood. I never told anyone me and her had bad blood. Never. I didn't want no one to know that, right? Like that was a dumb move. Why would you tell him? Whatever.
yeah.
Whatever.
So that vote, he goes out 6-1. How did you aside? I feel like you had to do more than just say the Danielle thing to convince them to go from
Well, I
JJ
went
to you.
individually to everybody and told them I had their backs, right? Because these games, you got to have individual conversations. You got to make people feel like they can trust you, right? It's all about
Yeah.
trust. In these games, man, that's hard to get. Like I've had my feelings hurt more in these games than in real life in a while. I had to like learn how to like not let it get to me. Like when you're middle of these games and you get betrayed, it hurts, man. Like it can really mess your head up. You start thinking, can I trust anybody? Like
Yeah.
you got to learn to be tough in these games because you can get your feelings hurt pretty quick.
Oh yeah, it definitely thickens your skin playing these games. So how was your relationship with JJ? Because it seemed like you guys, I think, were maybe in an alliance of sorts
Honestly,
together.
we never were in like actual alliance where we said an alliance, but I felt like at that point we're so new into the game. I'm gonna tell everybody I got their back, and as long as they don't come after me, then that's cool, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get everyone not wanting to vote me out. That's like my initial like going into a game is like let me just get individual relationships with everybody so that way they feel like they can use me as a vote, this and that. But me and him never actually had an alliance. We were only in the game for one day together, right?
Yeah. So when I had talked to him, he said he was like, why didn't Jon Snow tell me they were actually voting for me and we could have flipped it on someone else? Like if I knew he was anti Danielle, we could have flipped it on Danielle.
But I
I guess,
wasn't Anna Danielle at that point because I
yeah.
went into this game thinking I'm going to try to give Danielle a second chance and we're going to try to work together, right? So I felt like losing. I should have kept JJ, man. I really should have. I should have kept JJ and voted Danielle out. Sorry, JJ, if you're ever watching this, bro, I'm truly sorry. We should have flipped it and got Danielle out. That snake.
So I didn't expect that.
Yeah, what can you do?
So basically, your strategy that night was anyone but me. So I'm not going to tell JJ since he's the other name out there. Let's just get him out and be done with it.
Yeah, we were blind. I thought it was my best game to blindside JJ rather than get rid of Danielle at that point.
Yeah, it did seem like I think some of the girls maybe were a little leery about him too, that he wasn't trustworthy.
Yeah, maybe they might have
Um,
been right. But who is really trustworthy in these games? Nobody, man. They're
Yeah,
all
no
snakes.
one.
They're
Everyone's
all of
out
them.
for themselves. To the swap, where you definitely get put on the wrong side of the numbers.
Maybe
Did
I was
you?
never going farther than I was anyway. Maybe that was always meant to be, right?
Hey, you never know. I mean, you got put in a shit situation. You were on the bottom. You got swap screwed at the end of the day.
I think Trent might have threw that competition, honestly. I don't know, man. Something didn't seem right at the end of it when he was at the last. He couldn't get the balls. I don't know, man. The whole thing seems sketchy now that I think about it,
Oh, that's interesting. I never thought of that.
right? Because how Robin came over and sabotaged. Like, I don't know, man. It just seemed, now that I look back at it, I analyze everything, every single thing. Like, now I look back at it, it seems like he was trying not to win.
Okay.
Maybe
Uh,
not, though. Maybe not. Trent, if you watched this, you didn't. My bad. If you did, you snake.
okay. So when you guys had the abduction, the
I chose Robin, which was a big mistake. That was my big mistake, honestly, because he came over and spilt the beans. He came over and probably told Carl for sure, because Carl was the one that
yeah.
came and brought. And I could see, I felt something was up when I seen them both in that room. I was like, oh man, but I don't know.
Do
I don't
you
know.
think that when you guys had abducted Austin a couple rounds before, that he had information from your party that he
I told
told
him to
about
go
you?
check out Danielle, and I told him if he wanted to get in, go check out Danielle and Robin. But he probably went back. Who knows? I'll have to watch it to see really what was said. But Austin probably did go and say some stuff that wasn't beneficial to me, probably for sure. Saying that I'm not with them anymore, that I'm coming after them, which is fine, really, because I'm coming after every one of them because I wanted to win. So, if you're not with me, you're against me. So it is. And to say you're not coming after anybody is stupid. It's a game that we got to vote people out.
Okay, so that night you guys abduct Robin, and looking at it from a mod's point of view, it seemed like you were in a good spot for a while. It seemed like they were going to vote Arleon out. They saw her as a big social threat, being aligned with all the girls on the other party. And seems like you're gliding and you're good to go. But then Robin decides to vote.
Hmm.
Did you expect him to do that?
As soon as he was voting, I knew it was done. I knew it was done. I could feel it. It was like in my heart. Why would he vote? Why would he vote? Why would he? Because we were all voting Arleana, so he knew they were voting Arleana, and he wanted to be that fourth vote. So hey, it was a good. Honestly, I would have done a move like that because think about this. I get it. He told me he was with me, but he doesn't know me. I don't know
Yeah.
him, right? So I could have told someone that. I've lied to people in these games. If I don't want to work with you, I'll tell you. Yeah, okay, for sure, and I'll vote you out. So I get it. Like we didn't. It wasn't like I knew the guy and he betrayed me. Like he didn't know me, so I don't hold it against him. But Danielle, yeah, I'm holding something against her. I'm holding the grudge this time. Did you guys like the way I did my confessionals?
Yes, they
I
were
did it on the
awesome.
woods. I had to, man. I had to because I just had to think of something different, right? Like I had to be different, right? I had to.
Yeah. Um, no, it was we loved all that. You're such an interesting person, your backstory and your music career. Um, and where did Jon Snow come from? Your
All right.
stage name.
So I'll give you the story. I used to go by the name Bobby Franchise when I was younger before I went to jail, but I cursed the name. I made a YouTube channel, Franchise 666. And that's a satanic number. And, when I went to jail, God shook me in a way that really showed me that he was real. And it's hard for me to explain it to anyone to understand, but I know God's real from what he had me go through and what he saved me from and what he. So then I was like, you know what? I can't use that name anymore. It would be wrong to use that. I cursed it. So I never really liked. I loved Game of Thrones, but I never liked Jon Snow. I thought he was boring. I thought he, on the wall. Like, come on, that's a pass. But then when he died and came back to life, I don't know, something changed in my heart, man. Like I felt a new love for Jon Snow, and I knew that he was going to become the King of the North. And when that day when he became King of the North, and they're all yelling, "King of the North!" I was in my cell going, "King of the North, King of the North!" And I was just so excited. So then I ended up getting tattooed on my hands, King of the North. And that's how it started, right?
Oh,
So it was just King of the North, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to change my name to Jon Snow, and that's how it. And everyone told me in prison, "You'll never be Jon Snow. You could never be Jon Snow." And look at me now. I'm Jon Snow.
that is a really cool story. Did they like stream Game of Thrones every Sunday for you
No,
guys?
we had HBO Canada because we had a TV. We could have a little 15-inch TV in the pen, and you get your cable, and it comes with like a movie channel and HBO, so we could watch Game of Thrones in there. So
Oh, that's really interesting. That's a really cool story of how you got like your rebirth and your
Yeah, it was a
name.
rebirth, and so did he. He had a rebirth too.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, your tell us about like your music career. Everyone is really intrigued by your rap career.
Well, I've been doing it for since I was 17 years old, but back then it was more just for fun. Everyone wants to rap when you're a kid, right? So I would rap about the drugs and guns before I even ever seen drugs or guns, right? You know what I mean? Like it's that young kid trying to rap. And then I think I manifest myself becoming a gangster. I think I like would manifest. I always wanted to be that person, but I was like a coward. I was like a kid that was like very naive, and I would get bullied. I would get pulled into the wrong situations because I was put into group homes at the age of 10, so I was giving up. I had to just sort of figure my way out with like it was tough, right? So I was always just a scared kid, and I think I actually manifested myself to being in like a criminal and like in trouble, which don't ever do. You can manifest good things, but you can also manifest bad things. So be careful what you're out there manifesting. And so I got into music and stuff, and I didn't take it seriously. I was out, moved out to Edmonton, started selling drugs and stuff, and just like not even really taking it, just like half and half. That's why I never made it. I rapped for the wrong reasons. I wanted the money, the cars, the clothes, the girls. It was never the right stuff. So that's why I never made it. And I was continuing down this criminal lifestyle. Like I was getting more and more ingrained with the people I used to know, my old friends. That I think God was just like sick of it, and God was like, you know what? I'm just gonna send you away for a while, and you're gonna learn. And I did. 9 years in prison was a long time, and I had to learn a lot of stuff. And honestly, there were some times when I was in there, I was going to give up making music. You know what I mean? I'm almost 30. I'm 9 years. What am I going to do? Make music? And I was like thinking, all this music out there is poison. It's about drugs, guns. It's all stupid. It's killing people. And then I got out of jail, and I ended up hearing my buddy. I don't know if you heard a guy named Tom McDonald. He lives down in LA right now, but he's a friend of mine. And I used to know Nova, his girlfriend, when I lived in Edmonton. And he used to always message me in jail before I actually knew who he was. And I get these messages from Tom McDonald, and he'd always be like, check out my music, check out my music. And I couldn't check it out because I was in jail. And I just ignored him for years. And eventually I was just like, you know what, tell him I'm in jail, whatever. He can share it to my wall. And he kept hitting me up, hitting me up, hitting me up. And I'd always have Tom McDonald in my head, like and I never knew who he was. And then when I got out, I seen him, and I was like, oh shoot. And his music, he blew up. And his music, man, it was different. It was like going against all that poison. It was like talking about it and stuff. And it just hit me, keep going and to keep trying and to keep making music. And I think his drive is what gave me my drive. And to seeing him work, man, it's incredible. And it makes me want to work even harder. It proves his success proves that dreams do come true.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love your mindset and how you've turned your life around and that you're working so hard to pursue your dreams. Is there any song that you would want people to listen to or something that you're really proud of that you wrote?
I got so many songs. I'm proud of all my songs because I put 100% into everything I do. Like, I mean, I got a really good song. Working to Get Here is a good one.
Okay.
It's on my YouTube channel. I shot a video for it. It's on my new album. This is actually my album. My first one is
Oh,
called 9 Years Later because I
okay.
was in jail for 9 years. So it's pretty much, I got a Juno artist, Juno winning artist, Shaw Claire on here. Man, this is a dream come true. God really blessed me when I got out of jail. He blessed me with a lot of stuff that I didn't deserve. But you know what? God is good, right? God is good, 100%.
That's
Amen.
awesome. Well, everyone will have to definitely check out your YouTube channel and listen to your tracks. Yeah, thank you for being on and being open and sharing your story with us. It's really awesome that you can turn your life around like that and now be doing all these things that you really love.
It wasn't easy. Every day people, it's just like it's every day. It's a struggle. It's an everyday struggle, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Prison isn't the place to be. And I feel like too many people glorify it. Too many shows, too many movies, too many songs glorify prison, and it's not the place you want to go. It isn't the place.
Yeah, and that's awesome that you can speak to that and encourage people to take the right path and stay out of trouble and just be vocal about that. I know we really enjoyed having you on this season. You were awesome. You were really fun to watch. If we asked you to come back, would you?
Yeah, 100%. But I would preferably to do a full season. Thank you.
Okay,
But I'll come
okay.
back for another mini because I'm an OG, and how could I refuse?
Exactly, you're an OG. Well, thank you for being on here with us tonight. Do you have any final words before we let you go?
I just want to say, Mom, I love you. If you're watching this, Mom, I love you. And shout out to my business partner, Brandon Cormier. Shout out to Exhibition Online for giving me this opportunity. I really appreciate it. And thank you once again, 100%.
Yeah, thanks for being here, John, and I'm sure we'll see you soon.
For sure. Thank you.
So sick and tired. I've been working hard, of course, and I don't wanna fall no more. I think I gotta go, but every time I move away, the grass is never greener anyway, so it's all a waste. I just wanna find a place where everything is real and not fake, cause I know I ain't safe, but I don't really know anymore, so I go for the door, ain't coming back for sure, yeah. I hear people calling out my name, some wonder why I changed, didn't wanna stay the same, nah. They wanna see me fail, but I remain. I'm a vet up in this game, I ain't going back again, nah. I just spent 9 years up in the pen, I'm not into making friends, they gon' leave you in the end, yeah. And I just wanna go, but I don't know where. Feeling lost and it shows, but I know you don't care. I've been working to get here, under pressure lost this year. I just wish the way was clear, when I pray I hope you hear. I keep falling all the time, I don't know what's wrong or right, I just know I gotta fight it and I am sick and tired. I've been working to get here, under pressure lost this year. I just wish the way was clear, when I pray I hope you hear. I keep falling all the time, I don't know what's wrong or right, I just know I gotta fight it and I am sick and tired. I'm not really sure what's going on, in the storm I will stay calm, trusting God been all along, yeah. I've been going up and I've been down, over there and all around, I'm just trying to find my sound, yeah. I just wanna go, I don't wanna stay, if I know I'm gonna lose, then I don't wanna play. Everybody knows where I am, I don't know who I am, I just wanna make amends, yeah. I just wanna set some trends, yeah. 2020's been my best year, yeah. Am I going, am I staying? I ain't hearing what they saying, they are cursing, I am praying, yeah. All the voices run away in fear, all the choices that I made are clear, yeah. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I'm claiming that it's worth it. I've been working just to get here. I've been working to get here, under pressure lost this year. I just wish the way was clear, when I pray I hope you hear. I keep falling all the time, I don't know what's wrong or right, I just know I gotta fight it and I am sick and tired. I've been working to get here, under pressure lost this year. I just wish the way was clear, when I pray I hope you hear. I keep falling all the time, I don't know what's wrong or right, I just know I gotta fight it and I am sick and tired. I'm so sick and tired, I feel like I'm surrounded by a bunch of liars. I'm so sick and tired, I feel like I'm surrounded by a bunch of liars. I'm just sick and tired, I'm so sick and tired, I'm just sick and tired, I'm so sick and tired. I've been working to get here, under pressure lost this year. I just wish the way was clear, when I pray I hope you hear. I keep falling all the time,